What's up? Can you guys hear me? Let me see if you guys can hear me. All right, we got a thumbs up. I guess you guys can hear me all right. This is, I think I might have done it before. So I know the connection isn't so good right now. I am driving, as you guys can see. I'm almost home. So the volume's good. Okay, cool. I was on my way home. We had a discussion late at night at the gym. It kind of took me away from YouTube where I couldn't shoot a video for you guys. So I wanted to go live. Thought it would be a good opportunity to go live. So do another Ask Me Anything. So what's up, Daniel? If you want to buy some Peterson merch and you live in Europe, it might cost you a decent amount to get it shipped. I'm sure we can do it, but it's going to cost some money to get it shipped over there. I don't know what shipping costs are all the way to Europe. I'm sure it's a lot more expensive than here in the States, but you're going to have to let me know. So no, I'm not bored, guys. I'm not going to read too much right now because I'm going to have to drive all the way home safely. So instead of reading your comments, I'm going to keep my eyes on the road, and maybe I'll just tell you guys a story. I'm almost home, and then when I get home, I'll be able to read your comments a lot more. So hope you guys are doing well. Again, my voice is still kind of screwed up. Hopefully it's going to heal pretty soon. Definitely yelling at people in classes probably doesn't help. So maybe I gotta take a little break from yelling. So what can I talk about? Well, AMC stock. Don't you guys know? You guys got to buy some AMC stock. So AMC is going crazy. I know I'm a martial arts YouTuber, but for those that know, I also day trade the stock on the side. And AMC stock is going to the moon. So it's getting crazy. And just thought I'd mention that. That's a big thing right now. Today, AMC stock is in the middle of a short squeeze / gamma squeeze. And I don't even think we've seen the short squeeze yet. But what that means is the stock price is getting seriously volatile. And it's moving crazy. And there's a lot of people making money. And there's also going to be a lot of people losing money. So a lot of people are going to get hurt. And it's kind of sad, but there's also a lot of people that know what they're doing, like yours truly, and we're going to take advantage. So, and maybe some hedge funds will lose some money. There's definitely going to be a lot of traders that are going to make the mistake and pull the trigger at the wrong time, and they're going to lose some money. But anyway, AMC stock. If you guys don't know what it is, if you guys are from a different country, AMC is our movie theaters here in America. They might be worldwide, I don't know. I doubt it, but yeah, BlackBerry. COV seems promising. What is COV? I don't know what that is. But owned by China. Yeah, so BlackBerry is also very popular. But right now, the number one stock is AMC. AMC's moving like insanely, and so I'm not going to disclose what I'm doing with AMC, but I just want you guys to know that Coach Brian's making the right techniques work. So I'm making my moves. So a little dark in here. So if you guys do not invest in the stock market, that's okay. If you guys are young, which I'm sure most of you are, it might be a good idea to start putting some money away into something safe and smart and diversified over time. That way you guys can get some nice returns. So when you get older, you'll have something. There's too many people that don't learn about investing at a young enough age, and by the time they figure anything out, they've already lost many years. And then, you shouldn't try to do what I do, which is like day trading, because it's very dangerous unless you want to. It's kind of like Jiu-jitsu. Unless you want to go real far and learn a lot, then you can kind of do well. But otherwise, if you're a beginner, you're going to get smashed and you're going to lose a lot of money. So you really shouldn't do that. But it is a good idea to invest and, get into it at a young age and invest long term. Put some money away little by little, diversified in good companies, nothing too crazy speculative, and you'll be good to go over the long term. So, yeah. I mean, Jiu-Jitsu, I just read that comment. Jiu-Jitsu investing, it's actually, once I got in, I realized how the similarities are huge. You guys that know me, I've used analogies in my technique videos every once in a while. You can't hold on to a stock that's going down in the toilet. You got to learn how to sell and ditch it and move on to something else. A lot of times when you're doing jiu-jitsu, you got to realize when your position's getting worse. If the position you're in is getting bad, you shouldn't be there. You need to start noticing the signs of your position starting to worsen. And you got to start making your moves. It's all about positioning, like position before submission. Stock market's the same way. You got to know a good position when you see it. You got to know a bad position so you can get out. When you recognize the signs, you'll protect yourself. You'll have good defense. Defense is number one in the stock market as well on the mat. You got to have defense. Most people only think about offense, and that's why they get slapped around. When you understand defense and you know how to protect yourself, you'll always be safe. You may not make much money. You may not submit a lot of people, but at least you won't get slapped around and, get your wallet taken on the stock market, and you won't get submitted and beat up and used out on a grappling mat. So there's so many similarities, but getting close to home. And I am going to have to call it a little bit early tonight, so I won't be able to talk too long. I do have more work to do when I get home, shower, eating, and then I also have to get ready for 1 a.m. market open. So I'm out here on the West Coast, so that's 4 a.m. out on the East Coast. Pre-market opens. AMC is going to be moving like crazy. We're probably going to see a dip right at market open, more than likely. We got a nice pump in the after hours today, and we're probably going to see a sell-off immediately, and then another crazy run, and there'll be some ups and downs. It's going to be a roller coaster. Tomorrow we're hoping for $100. So, all right, got 20 people listening to me about AMC. All right, we're all home. Hope you guys are relaxed at home. See if I got everything. All right. So this is what Coach Brian does every day, getting home late at night, Hello. Just saying hello to my roommate. I'm doing a little YouTube live. So anyway, so what's up, everybody? Normally I always do it on my laptop, but today I'm trying it out with my phone. All right, so FYI, somebody bought 10 million worth of puts. Hold up. I lost the 10 million worth of puts at 45. You mean strike this Friday, June 4th? Hedge manager trying to deter us. Yeah, I don't know. I don't claim to know a lot about that stuff. I'm more of a momentum trader, but I don't really understand everything that's going on, how much of this stuff, illegal activity, possible illegal. You know, there's always going to be people that are short. There's always going to be people that are long. So, no, I don't hold Cardano. I don't have any crypto. I really don't have much at all in the market. So, I strictly trade it. So, anyway. All right, you guys want to talk Jiu-jitsu? Let's talk Jiu-jitsu. Or anything else, I guess. Yeah, it is pumping. It's pumping a lot. So, okay, guys, I've got one right here. How important is distance running to grappling training? Most seem to focus on burst strength. So, my personal opinion, guys, you should not have to run. If you guys like running, it's fine. I like running personally, but I don't think that running's that important. So I wouldn't get hung up on thinking that you have to be a runner, which is the old way. I think that you can get in great shape in the gym just rolling, just training the techniques. But lifting weights, running, biking, swimming, they're all great ways to CrossFit. They're all great ways to supplement your training. So if you like doing them, great. I don't think you have to. So I'm still figuring this out on how to look at the your questions. Okay, Junk Mail wants to know what's my style. I don't know what that means. Thoughts on using Olympic level tumbling in fighting styles? Olympic level? I don't know what that would look like backflips and roundoffs. I mean, it could be cool. Anyway. Okay, you want me to do a series on pressure passing, attacking, defending? Yeah, I could. I mean, they're great ideas. Thanks for the ideas. I'll try to do that. Marvin Hagler never run or jogged. He footworked for miles. Yeah? I mean, dancing around doing footwork is like amazing workout, and it's your skill. It's going to get you better. Okay, Eugene, when you are trying the phantom escape and they switch to a paper cutter by grabbing the shoulder, how do you respond? Well, when I understand what you mean. So if the guy moves his hand to the doorstop, and if he puts his hand across my neck, good night, bye. If he puts his hand across my neck, and I have my arm in it's kind of like my cross face for the phantom. You know, sometimes this is what people say, they'll put the forearm on the neck, which will kind of like shut you down. Obviously, I train no gi a lot. If the guy has the gi you may not be able to move very well. You're going to have to get on your side because the paper cutter using the gi is going to trap. If you're flat on your back, it's going to choke you. But when it comes to no gi, the way I respond is I manipulate their head. I drive their head to the shoulder and I move myself, and it makes it really, really difficult for them to keep a hold of me, if that makes sense. I also don't stay in these positions. So I continue to move. So, yes, the schedule on my site should be accurate, Alex. Randy Couture never really run either. He jogged, combined his run with pull-ups, push-ups, squats, many other calisthenics. Yes, Ted. Something that I do with my wrestlers, we do a lot, is we do a lot of pull-ups, push-ups, and squats. Right now, my kids are just probably sick of doing pull-ups, push-ups, and squats. It's very basic, but that's something we do a lot of. We have a huge amount of pull-ups, push-ups, squats. My kids today did 500 squats. They did, it was 250 pull-ups, 125 pull-ups, and 250 push-ups. So, anyway, I'm getting bored with my current school's class structure. 1 hour teaching, practicing, not drilling. 30 minutes of sparring. How do you run a typical class? Any advice? I just want to roll, man. Angel, no, we actually do that quite a bit as well, but drilling is a part of the teaching on occasion. Sometimes it is all teaching. Sometimes there's more drilling. It also depends on what you consider drilling. Drilling to some people is going live in a position. And to others, drilling is like, I'm going to practice this guard pass, and I'm going to hit it 5 times on the left, 5 times on the right, and then you're going to hit it 5 times on the left, 5 times on the right, then I'm going to hit it 5 times on the left, 5 times on the right, and so on. So I think all of that is really good. Definitely, I think situational live is something that needs to be done a lot. Like, have a guy get on your back. You got to escape the back. You know, a lot of people that just want to roll, you'll roll, but you'll get in so many different situations. You're not concentrating on an area in particular, and then you don't learn as much because you're not getting all the reps. So, anyway. John Paul, please help. I let my loved ones down. My brother got traumatized for life. He's in the hospital. How can I build a strong mind? Well, I'm sorry, John, but that's terrible about your brother. I'm not sure exactly what your text is saying, but I don't know if that means you lost one of your loved ones. I let one of my loved ones down. So I don't know what happened, but strong mind is really important. One thing Jiu-jitsu kind of brings is it teaches you that strong mind through dealing with the adversity that we have to deal with every single day, you know. So it's not like I can just, you know, give you something, maybe some words, you know, I wish you the best, brother. Get out, you know, realize that life is hard for everyone. Sometimes it gets us down, but you got to stay tough, man. I mean, like, even I can get weak at times, but honestly, I stay tough with a strong mind most of the time because I've just been through so much hell on those mats that I understand that tomorrow's a new day and I got to get up and go. It's the only way that's going to work. So that's all I would want you to do, John. Every single day is going to be a new day. Get up and go. Get shit done. Go, get out there and go get stuff. You know, get it all done. It's not going to get it done on its own. You got to be the one to do it. So hope that makes you feel better, brother. So, body lock passing is the most devastating pressure pass. Changed my mind. I like that Drubido Jitsu. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to be able to change your mind. I like the body lock pass too. I think it's strong when you get your hands locked. So some of these questions are ridiculous. I'm going to ignore them. Man, we're getting a lot of questions in here. Kind of lost my position. We got a lot of spam. Looks like we got spammed. I'm going to have to get rid of some of these. See if I can get this back. Hello, Coach. What are the most common injuries your athletes get? How to prevent these injuries? Well, I would have to say the most common injuries are probably neck. A lot of guys get neck injuries. Like, for example, we had a brand new guy, athletic as hell. His name's AJ. AJ's got a great build. If you guys saw this guy, you would not want to mess with him based on looks. The guy looks very physically impressive. He's totally brand new. Came to his first class, went home with a sore neck. So that's normal. Anybody that's trained has gone home with a sore neck. I had a long talk with him about how we pull on each other's necks so much, and sometimes we take for granted, like I might take for granted, that I've been training a long time, so I have a strong neck. You guys got to get a strong neck. So what I think you need to do is do your neck exercises. There's a lot of ways you can do that. I just use neck bridging. I know some people out there are like, that's dangerous. They got that new thing that Joe Rogan was doing. I think it's called Iron Neck. That seems pretty cool, but anyway, I think that, it's still something that you don't absolutely need. So I was telling Piker sent us silver wetback. Anyway, I'm going to move on. So you got to do a lot of neck bridging so you don't hurt your neck. So hold up. We had, again, I'm lost. I don't even know how to use this thing. There was a super chat. Okay, Alex Stone dropping $5. Thank you so much. He just says thanks for the armbar escape video. So that was last night. I dropped that. So hope you guys really liked that armbar escape video. The armbar escape video was something that I thought would be good for most people. I thought that you guys could benefit from the way I do things. What I teach, I think, is pretty unique. I don't think you're going to find a lot of coaches say, don't lock your hands. It might be a little counterintuitive, but I think that I'm not saying that I never lock my hands or I never teach locking hands. What I'm saying is, why don't you try not locking your hands for a while, develop your escapes the way I showed, and then you can lock hands and you'll have something to back you up. So, anyway. Guys, we've got a lot of people with the inappropriate messages. So if you guys keep going, I'm just going to keep reporting you. So anyway, we really, it'd be nice if you guys would just not do it, because we don't need you guys there. doing it. It's ruining this. I know you guys like it. I probably shouldn't even mention you. So, Brent, thank you for the triangle defense video. You're welcome. So, Brent, thoughts on rubber guard? My personal feeling, if you're really flexible and rubber guard works for you, I'm not against it. I think it could be really good, but at the same time, I'm not a big proponent of it. Like, I don't teach it. I don't teach the rubber guard. I have a couple guys that play around with it, but I'm not saying I hate on it, but I do recommend that people not use it that much. Like, I teach them my style, what I do. And so anyway, I think that sometimes you can damage your knee. Obviously, there's ways. Eddie Bravo knows, and the best 10-pound guys know how to protect their knee. And they also know their flexibility limits so they don't hurt their knee. But just be careful, guys. I also don't like that sometimes it creates a passive, what I would call a passive grappler, somebody who holds, which I like to use more movement. I like to teach movement in order to, make your jiu-jitsu work, to attack. But it's not bad. I respect it. I think the best guys in the world that do it, I think, are incredible. So I don't mean to hate on it. I'm not trying to say that. So, yeah, I don't know why Hassan would send them here. I don't know if that was spam or if Hassan Piker actually sent people here. Sounds crazy to me. So, sincere appreciations from Tom Frames for all that you do to aid and assist us. Coach Peterson, me and my students never take it as a given nor for granted. Thank you, Tom. You're very respectful so much. I really appreciate it. Brings a smile to my face every time I get to read your comments in the comment section. So, anyway. Yeah, we got more of the bots, I guess. I'm just going to keep reporting. Wrist control videos. Nice. Which wrist control videos are you talking about? Reformed Stoic. So, I've got Richie Meister on the stream. Do you think one of your top students can get better even though he hasn't put in time in the gym lately? Wrist is still jacked, but is still doing his best at teaching. Also, do you forgive me? Love you. That's Richie Meister, you guys. One of my top students, definitely. Richie Meister. He's got his own school. He's incredible. Guys, he's in Tehachapi. It's just north of me. He's a great instructor. He's a great mind of martial arts. And I am very proud of you, Richie, for all you do. Trust me, I keep my eye on you as best I can from afar. And I'm very proud of all your success and everything you're doing. I do think that you are the type of guy, similar to me, that you can continue to get better even without me making you do things. Because you're going to discover things on your own and you're going to get better. And there's lots of good people to learn from. All your experiences, you're going to get better, brother. And I do think that you're going to get better. And I don't have to forgive you because there's nothing you did wrong. You're living your life, and I understand that, and I'm very proud of you. That's it. Love you too. All right. Is there a name for the? Wait. Hold on. I got to give some respect real quick, guys. We've got some more in the super chat, Evans, United States Marine Corps, USMC. Rah! Cooler heads prevail on the mat and in the chat. Thank you for donating $50. Thank you so much, Evan. That's huge. I really appreciate you. That's awesome. So if you need anything, Evan, you let me know. You've always supported me so much. Thank you. So let me see. We've got Brian Warda dropping $20. I did wrestling in high school. I'm a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm obsessed with your videos. When I get on the mats, I can't ever implement the moves. I think it's too much info to soak in for me. Need to work for just a few moves at a time. That could be possible, Brian. So if you wrestled in high school and you're a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, you're obsessed with my videos, but when you get on the mats, you can't implement the moves. You might be falling in love with the moves that I'm showing that aren't the best moves. Like, I love everything I do, and I hope you guys do too, but I will admit, I show some pretty advanced stuff, guys, sometimes. And it can be hard. Like, you gotta get out there and practice it. You also need a drilling partner that will help you practice so you can learn it better. So I'm okay with hearing this. Obviously, it's nicer to hear that you're just successful. But if you're struggling, that means we've got a problem, Brian. So it means that we've got to correct something in some way. Maybe it's more practice. Maybe you're not the type of person that develops well. Like, everybody learns differently. Some people learn from videos. Some people just get excited from the videos, but they can't get the nuances from the video. And they need an instructor to show them firsthand how it feels. And that's one of the great things about when people come and train with me personally, whether through private lesson or my class, I can show them. I had a guy tonight, he's like 205 pounds, solid muscle, and, I had to grab him and show him what I'm doing so that he could open his eyes and then realize, oh, it does work. This guy who's 150, 160 can do it to me with ease. I just need to feel it, and then I can learn it. So I'm sorry that over the internet, Brian, I can't give you the reason why it's not working. But like you said, maybe you just need a few moves at a time, and you have to stick to those moves. I'm fairly good at just jumping to move, to move, to move. That's why you guys see how crazy I am on my channel. I absorb a crazy amount of material. And even tonight, I went over a couple moves that I hadn't done in years that I saw someone else do online, and I did them years ago. And I was showing them to one of my black belts, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. Like, it revived something I hadn't done in years, something I haven't put on the channel, and I hope to bring you guys soon. But, like, not everybody can do what I do, and I know that. So, Brian, take your time, take it slow, keep working, and I'll be here, Brian, to try to help you later. Okay, brother? So, let me see. There was another, I don't know how now. Let me see if I can go back. Someone else with another chat, super chat, dropping some of the money. Damn it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a noob. I'm trying to, figure out how to pull up the old chat. And I think it went away. I don't know if that was Brent's. I think it was Brent. Where's Brent? There's Brent. Yeah, so it was Brent that dropped $10. Thank you, Brent. Brent Luter. He says the channel's amazing. So he wish I had more. Very underrated. Thank you. So I think I got all the super chat. Just want to make sure I take care of them first. I will try to get to questions. If you guys want to drop something, I'll definitely get to you faster. But I'll do my best to try to answer as many as I can. So, Ted, Brian, you are BJJ black belt, so of course you can chain moves together. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's for, I'm fortunate to be in the position I'm in. What can I say? I just happen to be who I am. I didn't know everything when I was born. I had to learn like everybody else, put my pants on, tie my shoes the same way everybody else does. But I just kept practicing. They always say, a black belt is a white belt that never gave up. That's it. It's the only difference. We just kept going. So, have I seen an ENT? No, I haven't. Sounds like I have a polyp on my vocal cords. Get that checked out. Yeah, Shawshank, I'm going to try. I got to get this better. I think I'm going to try the honey and tea thing to try to get my voice. I got to heal it, but I keep aggravating it every day. Even though I'm over the sickness, it's been a week. I keep yelling at practice, and it's just not getting better. So Kurt Angle won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck, Coach Brian. What have you done? Mr. Thump. Well, that's pretty amazing. Of course, I know the story of Kurt Angle winning a gold medal with a broken neck. I think it's a slight inaccuracy. Yes, his neck might have been broken, but it obviously wasn't a broken neck as in it's broken. He was obviously still able to wrestle, but it was an amazing feat. So I've done my things in my life, and my accomplishments out on the mat. I don't talk about it too much, but, I won a small pancrase MMA title. I won the FILA Grappling World Championships. I was second once. I was third twice. I've competed against some of the best in the world. I've done pretty well. I've beaten a few. I've lost to others. I've gotten my butt kicked, and I've kicked a lot of butt. And I've got a lot of experience. So that's what I've done, Mr. Thump. So, thoughts on the standing no-gi Ezekiel choke? In the gi, I think, or if you're thinking about the standing no-gi Ezekiel, like from the front headlock, that's a solid one. I got a couple guys in my gym that like to do it. Coach Dave, he's one of my black belts. Yeah, he's solid with it. So is my other black belt, Vince Pichel. So he'll be fighting the UFC in August. He moved to Colorado, but he'll be fighting in August. So we'll be supporting him. So they like that no-gi Ezekiel from the front headlock. So, but standing front no-gi Ezekiel in the standing position, I don't think would work very good. But the front headlock one, definitely. That's my thoughts. How can you improve anaerobic conditioning for BJJ? Well, other than doing more BJJ, peace and love, and being anaerobic, in other words, going hard is anaerobic. Grappling is anaerobic if you're going hard. If you're grappling like flow rolling, that gets where it's literally aerobic. I mean, you can do it so light that you never get tired. The best guys can do that. Anytime you're working hard, it's anaerobic. It means you fall off. You get to a fatigue point where you need a break. So how can you improve it? You can do it with more grappling. Again, I mentioned it earlier. I know it's not, fancy, but I have my guys do a lot of push-ups, pull-ups, and squats a lot. We do a lot of that. So if you want to do other things that are more exciting, rope climbs, or, CrossFit or things, you can do all that. That helps. We do simply pull-ups, push-ups, squats. They are anaerobic exercises, and they will burn you up. And you do, my philosophy is you do an amount that your body has to get better. There's no other way but to get better. You like I said, my high school wrestlers today did 500 squats, 250 push-ups, and 125 pull-ups. Most people have no clue what that's like because they never have done that load. And they can do that. They do it every other day right now, but they could do it every day and not get tired and still do a practice right after it. So, and then wrestle for 45 minutes to an hour. So most people fall short of even doing the load of work that a human being can do is so much higher. Back in the day, the wrestling, famous wrestler, Dan Gable, was famous for 7 hours a day, 7 days a week. He would work 7 hours a day, 7 days a week, training, and he worked so hard that he won a gold medal and didn't even have a point scored on him. Because he said he doesn't think it's a problem to work as hard as you can to get what you want, to be the best. So some people are always afraid of overtraining, and I think you guys need to fear much more of undertraining before overtraining. I'd rather push the envelope with overtraining than go the other way and undertrain. And I know some people don't believe in that, but I'm telling you the truth, guys. I've trained people for a long time. Human beings can do amazing things. If David Goggins can run 209 miles or do 4,000 pull-ups in a day or run 800-mile races 8 weekends in a row, then you guys got to realize just running a marathon and then being done and not being able to run for, a couple weeks and being laid up in bed after running 26 miles, I recognize that might be a place for a lot of you, even me. But if David Goggins can run 800-mile races in a row, 8 weekends in a row, 100-mile races, human beings can do a lot more, guys, and we're not tapping into it. So there is such a thing as overtraining. I'm not denying that. But the biggest thing I can tell you guys, push yourselves beyond what you think you can do. There's more. There's always more. Until there isn't more. And then you're overtraining. Hope that makes sense. So, a lot of thank yous. Why did I stop doing the gi? Ted, it's not that I don't like the gi. I think the gi is cool. There's so many things to do in the world, Ted, and I believe in MMA. As much as I'm a grappler, I have to give it to MMA. In other words, MMA should be our number one goal. Even if we just do jiu-jitsu, we should never lose sight that the martial arts are it's a thing that's for the real world. And, we shouldn't lose that sight. And I feel that the gi, for the most part, is unrealistic. I think that the way people train and they learn how to use their spider guard and they invert. And even I love to do these things. So I'm guilty of it as well, but I'm just saying, I think that Jiu-Jitsu, the way it's gone, I had to move towards no-gi only, and I still teach gi chokes to my no-gi guys. I expect all of my black belts to know some gi. And, you know, I believe that your jiu-jitsu should work in the gi or without. I think too many guys that train in the gi rely on it too much. They're not learning enough takedowns. Yeah, there's so much. So that's my feeling. That's my thoughts, Ted. It's not. I don't think the gi is bad. I think it's very good. I think a lot of people need it, and it's good to learn it. There's a lot of no-gi guys out there that are kind of clueless about the gi, and they think that they're doing good no-gi because they win or they use their style, but they're really using lots of strength. And I think that the gi can really help people learn leverage, because the gi is like training wheels. It teaches you, like in judo and gi jiu-jitsu, it teaches you leverage points. And I've never forgotten a lot of the lessons. Like if I have a sleeve, it means this guy's arm is not going to get away. If he can't move his arm to post, I'm going to sweep him. He has no post. And the gi facilitates that learning a lot better than no-gi does. Because no-gi, you have to be much better at controlling the arm or the wrist so the guy can't post. In the gi, it's like training wheels. It makes it easy to teach students. And I like that aspect. But it's also a double-edged sword, because at the same time it makes it easy, it also means it's a kind of like a crutch. And in no-gi, you learn. I was teaching someone the other night, I hope to do a video about it soon, just how I hold a wrist, how I grab the wrist so a guy can't get away. And I know it's kind of simple, but I think it would make a great video. A lot of people might learn something, just how to grab a wrist so a guy doesn't break the wrist grab. So I'm going to do that. So my new voice is terrifying. So anyway, you guys are crazy. I'm just reading, some of the comments are funny as hell. So, Alex, do I have any videos of live rolling? I never see any. Yes, I do. You can do narrated rolls. I think I've got a couple of me rolling on there. I wish I could do more. Hopefully, I will do more in the future. My knees hopefully get better. I had a guy, true story, I had a guy just last night, or no, 2 nights ago. Yeah, Monday. He came from the channel. He came from the channel. He's like you guys. He watched the channel. He lives in Texas, and he's a Marine. And he came out and he visited me twice. He bought some rash guards, and then he trained in the class, and he was excited to meet me and learn from me in person. And it was awesome. So he asked me if I would roll, and I told him I don't roll anymore really, but I had to oblige him. He's such a nice guy. And I started rolling with him, and it was fun. I felt a little off, but obviously I know a lot more than he does, so I didn't struggle at all. But it was kind of fun to get on the mat and roll a little bit. So I know he was videotaping it. I saw his girl was videotaping. So if he wants to release the video, that's cool. It was just one little short round. But yeah, I do have some videos of me rolling, Alex. You can look at them on the channel. Ted, overtraining at 48 is different. Yes, I agree. But it's relative. many 48-year-olds that will give up early because they don't want to push themselves. I'm not saying that's you. I'm saying many. So, anyway, praise be to Goggins. Do you think it's better strategy to not stay in the guard against heavier opponents? I think it's never good to stay in the guard. What do you mean? If you're in the guy's guard, he can attack you. You need to get out. You need to pass the guard. And if you mean you have a heavier opponent on top of you and you have the guard, you need to attack him and sweep him and take his back or get back up and take him down. I'm not a big proponent of playing guard for the sake of playing guard. I think you need to attack and get out of there and get to a better position. So how many days a week someone should train? Every day. As long as you have the ability, you could train every day. It doesn't mean you have to get your ass beat every day, but you could train it every day if you're in good shape and you can train every day if you wanted to. The more you train, it becomes a part of your life, your lifestyle. You can do it every day. So, as long as you don't train crazy and you get hurt all the time. So, Coach, go to Super Stonk or GME. I once did 500 squats, Lion's Den standard at 40, and I was sick for a whole week. Yeah, Ted, it's rough. You can't just jump out there and do 500 squats. It's something you train up to. But yeah, it will make you sick for a whole week. Yeah. Sup, Coach? What is the Jiu-Jitsu Academy where you got your black belt? Well, Lalo, I was a instructor at Big John McCarthy's gym. So if you guys don't know Big John McCarthy, very famous referee in the UFC. I worked for Big John for a little over 8 years. When I met him, I was a grappler with a lot of experience. That's what I'll say. And I was teaching at his academy, running his fight team, teaching jiu-jitsu classes. I did not have my official black belt yet at that time. And that's where I was awarded my black belt from Felicia O, who's technically under Jean-Jacques Machado. But I don't claim my black belt from her anymore. It's complicated. But I tell people I got my black belt at Big John's Academy. It was awarded to me from Big John. The belt came from Felicia O. She was my connection to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu technically, but I was already competing in tournaments since the 90s. So that happened officially in 2008. What else can I say about it? I would like to mention my coach, Robert Ferguson, who is not a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, who doesn't teach or train anymore. He was the one who first started me teaching me Jiu-Jitsu that he learned through the Machados back in the early 90s. So remember, I am learning Jiu-Jitsu, whether through videotape or seminar or through my coach who learned from the Machados, from the Gracies, from everyone else that he learned. So I kind of have a complicated background. If you guys notice, I don't make claim to anyone like the Gracie Academy or the Machados or Gracie Baja or Alianza or any other jiu-jitsu affiliation. So I'm my own instructor. It's Peterson Grapplers. That's what I am. I didn't give myself a black belt. I've been training now for 27 years total. But people who meet me, they know who I am. They know me. So that's all I can say. But a lot of people like to have the lineage, and I understand it. It's a big part of jiu-jitsu culture. Like, what is your lineage? It's very common. So, anyway, hope you guys understand. All right. Do I have a counter for the ghost escape? Christopher Collins. Yes, one of the most frustrating things you can do to frustrate your ghost escape opponent is to take your elbow and put it in his chest instead of getting an underhook, which is what most people do. They get the underhook, and then if you're a good ghost, a ghoster, you're going to attack that guy's underhook. So what you do is you pull the underhook back and retract your elbow to the chest. Try to keep the arm. It's probably one of the best things you can do versus a guy who's good with the ghost. The other good one is switching your hand to the doorstop and then driving your head towards the far hip. If you do that, you'll shut down the phantom and the ghost, because there's no ghost. Technically, there's no ghost when you're in the doorstop position with your hand on the near side. But there is a phantom, so you've got to make sure you drive your head towards your opponent's far hip. So, thoughts on the standing twister on cage in MMA? Not a very realistic thing, Justin. Not saying it can never happen. Not a very realistic thing. It's great for pro wrestling, though. How to endure pain. Can't help you there. I don't like to endure pain, but the more pain I've been in my life, the more I can endure. That's all I can say. So, anyway. All right. Hey, if I inspired you to do some push-ups, I'm happy. Everybody go get some push-ups done. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to do some push-ups for you guys. I got to go, but I'm going to finish it out doing some push-ups so maybe I can get you guys inspired. I've got a messed up elbow. I've had one for about 3-4 months, but I'm going to hit some push-ups for you guys when I leave right now. So, yeah. Ted says the problem is more and more former MMA pro fighters join or are contacted by BJJ gi instructors. It's crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that do it, and it's not bad. I think it's good, but yeah, but I just think no gi is a little bit more realistic. I think it's more well-rounded. Definitely it has its issues. You can't throw the gi out. You have to still learn it, in my opinion, to some degree. To at least some degree. But I do think training in no gi is better overall than training in the gi. And I know I'll hurt the gi guys' feelings, but it's my opinion. I think overall it's better. But the best thing is to do a little bit of both. So, anyway. How many UFC fighters have I rolled with? Joe, I don't know. A lot. I've rolled with a lot of UFC guys. So, anyway. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to go. I'm sorry, but before I leave right now, I'm going to knock out some push-ups. So all of you guys, come on. You guys need to do them with me. Let's do some pull-ups. Let's see. How can I do this? All right. My elbow, I have a bad elbow right now. But let's go, guys. Come on. Let's get some David Goggins. Right there, all the way down, all the way up. When I do my push-ups, guys, I touch my chest and my chin. Most people do push-ups and they do like this. Go all the way. And also, all the way up. People don't go all the way up. They go like this. They go like this, all the way down, but they don't go all the way up. I like to go full range of motion all the way. So let's go maybe just 20. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Coach is getting tired. 20. All right. So, simple set like that, guys. Get some push-ups in. Do them all the time. I'm not even in shape. But, guys, when I was in shape, I could do 20 push-ups, go do something else, 20 more push-ups, 20 more push-ups, 20 more push-ups. I would do so many pull-ups and push-ups and squats that I had done so many that after a while you recover fast. And even though everyone's going to get tired, but your recovery, your body will adapt. That's what our bodies do. If you're a rock climber, the first time you do it, you fall. You can't hold on. But then once you do it a lot, a good rock climber, they stay in these positions for long periods of time. Yes, they're technical and they're not using a lot of energy, but they also develop a conditioning. Their body adapts to it. You can adapt. Now, push-ups, pull-ups, and squats are not grappling, but they're using your major muscles in your body. And I'm telling you, it's one easy way. I can say 3 exercises. And if you do them the way I tell you to do them, and you do them full range of motion, all the way up, all the way down, with the pull-ups, with the squats. Guys, when I do my squats like this, here. I go all the way down, up, here. So when you guys do it like that, and you don't do half reps, you guys are going to develop a lot of strength. And like I said, you're going to get tired, but then you're going to get like this recovery that happens. And I can actually pinpoint, before I go, this is a quick story. I was training a fighter for his first MMA fight. He was a Marine, one of my best friends. His name is Luis. He is the one that paints all the great paintings in my gym. So he's the one that actually came up with the TeachMeGrappling logo, okay? The sub-only logo. So, quick story. He was getting ready for his first MMA fight. He fought Karin Darabedian in his first MMA fight. Granted, Karin was still a teenager, but Karin's tough. So, anyway, what I was going to say is I got him doing so many pull-ups. One day I tried to break him, and I couldn't. I couldn't break him. I said, do 10 more pull-ups. He did 10 more pull-ups. I said, he came back down. We did something. I go, do 10 more. 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 He kept doing them. 5 more. Give me 5 more. Come on. I knew he was tired, so he started coming down, but I'm like, 5 more. 5 more. 5 more. And I was like, there's no way he can keep doing these pull-ups. I mean, it's crazy. He's in the hundreds. And I'm like, but he kept doing them because we were in that kind of shape. That's when, as a coach, I realized I got him to that level where you cannot break him. Nonetheless, he won the MMA fight by decision. We wore our opponent out. We won by decision, and we weren't tired. We were never tired in that fight. And so it's something that I believe in. There's probably many ways to get to where you want to be, but I know that this is one way that can help you. That's all I got. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Teach me grappling. I'll see you guys next time with more great stuff. Peace. And buy AMC stock.